A conflict of interest is where you feel torn between two or more sides. Maybe on the one hand you want more money, but you all, on the other hand, you owe a duty to an organization, or you really should do something else. And you kind of feel, well, what do I do? You feel torn between these two options. These are very common in both private sector and the public sector government. For example, in the private sector, maybe you work for a company, maybe you're a salesperson for a company, and your buddy wants to hire you, not the company, but hire you to do this service, build a website maybe. So you are torn between, well, do I take this job myself and make more money, or maybe I should uh, sell it to the company and say, no, I'm going to give this business to the company because that's my job. That's an example in the private area. In the public sector, these are also very common. Maybe you're a member of Congress and you're advocating for a law that will benefit a given company. So the the law passes, but before the law passes, you know it's going to pass, and you buy $100,000 worth of stock for that company. Then the law passes, and you say tee hee hee, and you make a whole bunch of money because the stock went up on this company, and you feel really clever. Clear conflict of interest. These aren't the only types of conflicts. These range with all kinds of deals where you might feel torn between, on the one hand, I want this, but on the other hand, I really should do this because of some sort of loyalty. Sometimes it's okay, these conflicts of interest just naturally happen, and explaining it or sharing it, putting it on the table is enough. Just stating the conflict of interest could be enough to where you can go ahead and proceed with whatever your decision is. Other times you might need approval from your boss or from someone to say, if they're okay with it, go ahead. Other times you should just avoid the conflict of interest altogether and say, I'm not going to open that door because it opens up a can of worms, and it's up to you. You know, you can get in trouble for conflicts of interest, or you can get away with it. These are ethical dilemmas that you're going to have to deal with sooner or later. What's your opinion? When should someone put a conflict of interest on the table or state it? When should someone get permission before going down a certain path? When is someone worrying about nothing? And when is it so inconsequential that you should just make a decision and proceed? What do you think?